Hey, traders. Welcome to the Thursday stream. Good to see y'all. Wow, it's going to be difficult to one-up the stream from yesterday, last night. It was nuts, man. So thanks for everyone participating in that. Definitely feeling it a little bit today, and not really. It's actually, I'm okay. So thanks for asking. But Bitcoin's down, you know, its lowest point today is down like 5%, down 3.88%, $1,311. And you're looking at the daily starting out, and it still looks bad. I mean, it still has failed to break the RSI trend line. Just sucks, dude. Soon to be breaking into the bearish control zone. You're only a couple points away from that.
It's China to me, China.
I got every bull in town up my ass right now with the hopium right now. Don't they know the bears are in control? I can't help them. I've got enough on my plate. I don't need this shit. 0.02451100 LTC.
Thanks so much, Polly Walnuts, man, coming in from Jizzy. That's right, you don't need this S. Thanks for the Litecoin contribution. You got, yeah, it's true, man. I know exactly, right? You were on the boardwalk, and you got the mama's boy who's trying to sell the company. I get it, dude. Anyway, that's probably where, I think that's where that quote's from. And anyway, yeah, bears still kind of, it looks like maybe in control. I mean, we talked about the lower low as the most recent discernible major event that's occurred on this daily chart, and it's just rolling over with little demand and no positive momentum. I mean, like it rallied, and then that was it, dude. Now it's coming back down, maybe going back into negative territory. So, I mean, doesn't it look like this distribution now? Flip the chart over. Whew. I mean, it's just really tough presenting a bullish argument on the daily. Now, the 3-day, remember, it was that whole hopium argument with the butterfly at this level, and yeah, hidden bullish divergence. But dude, it's like we also talked about the 30 bar. You know, it's not a play, but it's like a rule Scott Carney has, and then you know you exceed 30 bars. This is 50 bars on the 3-day. And nothing happens, then the pattern has the chance. It's like probability increases that the pattern is violated. Where it doesn't play out here, it actually ends up just dumping more. So again, dude, you got a CME gap at 24,500. You're still in the middle of a trading range, just like yesterday and the day before and all the many days before it. It's just not an area of low risk for a trade, long or short, really. I know everyone wants it to be all the time. It can't always be an awesome time all the time. We had too many opportunities on the way up, and now we're, you know, since I'm here like all the time, I'm gonna be here during the downtimes, and it's just not great looking, you know. It's not amazing. Remember the little price contraction we had? You broke the little demand line, and you've sold off, and you just, for 12 hours of just nothing burger, and now you're pretty much gonna, it looks like you just might be forming a falling 3 methods bearish continuation right now. You're in the midst of it. You close below 32,500. It will be a 4-hour bearish continuation pattern. So, and you know the target would probably be $31,100. That's it, dude. Oh, what's up, Dow Jones? Thanks for the 5 contribution. He says peace. Yeah, peace be upon you. Peace be with Bitcoin. Where just could we please get a higher low on a significant time scale ever? Can that happen? That'd be great. Okay. So, you know, when there was price contraction yesterday on Bitcoin, what was going on for Ethereum? That was much more clear and concise for us to understand where it was probably going next. Where was it going if the TA was respected? It was going down. And here you have it. Ethereum down 10%, like rising wedge structure, triple MACD. Bearish divergence, RSI bearish divergence was there as well. And that's it, dude. I mean, that's like we play the button for that. Gotta get this on my freaking stream deck. No idea where it is. I just highlight it. Maybe not, man. Anyway, the TA was
TA respected.
Very good. That's it. TA respected. All right. So your target's $2,000. There's no edge for bulls right now. Nothing implying upside. You know, maybe a bull, like a little mini bullish cipher going on. Whatever, dude. Okay. They're like talking about support resistance 2K. Bitcoin keeps selling off. You know Ethereum's going there. I mean, Bitcoin's only down like 4%. There's a 3.6%, and Ethereum's down 10%. Most altcoins across the board are down 7 to 10%. Okay, it's just so Bitcoin's outperforming. So I could imagine Bitcoin dominance is rallying today, right? And yeah, dude, so much hype. So much freaking hype here. But at least, hey, the classic divergence played out. The hidden bullish divergence played out. The bearish divergence played out. Pretty awesome on the 4 hour for Ethereum so far, where our oscillators have been a great compass for discerning maybe where the asset's going next. And maybe that will continue in becoming, you know, week to month, you know, beyond. So that's Ethereum on the 4 hour. We go to the daily, just like we do. A nasty red candle. Still above that 200-day moving average. So that's your saving grace. That 200-day moving average will be, it looks like, lining up perfectly with the $2,000 support resistance that is extremely critical. You don't want to fall below that, man. Otherwise, you're almost certainly going to 1750 again. You break 2K. So a lot of downside if the really strong support doesn't hold. Pretty disappointing how the bull. I mean, look. I mean, we talked about Ethereum was up like, what was it, 40%? Something stupid from the bottom. Yeah, Ethereum appreciated in value in 2 weeks, 40%. So off of daily bullish divergence. So that's pretty freaking good, man. It's just sentiment's not there right now. Bitcoin still doesn't know if it's found its footing yet at 30K. You're just so close to it right now. And with no edge in the 4 hour. I mean, it's just bearish convergence currently. Not oversold. Negative momentum is beginning to build again. It's just blood. Very blow market. For the swing trader that cares about, or momentum trader that cares about consecutive higher highs, higher lows. So many of those we saw, I mean, since the COVID crash, and now we had a buying climax. Remember, Ethereum hit $4,400, man. So it's just, you got to cool off, and that's what it's doing. Welcome to the summertime. Selling may go away. That's certainly the case for crypto. We just look at total real quick, I guess. Whatever. Just making the rounds, I guess, dude, on a very dead crypto day, where I could just imagine capitulation of, you know, whatever is coming. Capitulation of like emotions and feelings. It's coming, dude. Yep, so total is still above the critical $1.3 trillion market cap. Remember, total is an aggregate that comprises all the market caps in crypto combined. So Ethereum and Bitcoin and Pundicoin and Vergecoin and BNB, they're all together here. So
Please take a look at the Sandbox. Over the past few days it had a massive run. Thank you.
we will look at the Sandbox, Nadia. Thank you for the 20. Sure. We will do that. Yeah, you like totals, but not today, not lately, as it's below the 200-day moving average. In fact, it pretty much regarded the 200-day moving average June 29th as resistance, when it had only been support. So I need to see on the daily some sort of higher low than the lowest low we've seen so far from June 23rd, around 1.265 trillion. I need to see a higher low somewhere. You got to give it to me, man. We need relief, so we can, get really excited again about crypto. Just until that happens, man, you can't be too optimistic in the midterm, short term. Long term, hey man, I think eventually whatever happens on the selling, it'll eventually make a higher low than $323 billion, total, and then it'll rally and attempt a big rally, make a deep retrace. So just don't know when it's going to happen yet. Just another lower high being created on the daily. Wow. All right. So what's on the thumbnail? Well, dude, you got another asset that's starting to do something very, very nice. And we've already talked about it. Yeah, Jackie, that's what happens when Bitcoin can't do it. Bitcoin can't rally. I mean, that's what it's done historically. You can't say that that's not true because literally the evidence is on the chart, right? Literally, it was straight up, straight down almost every single time. And like when Bitcoin drives Ethereum and Bitcoin starts selling off before Ethereum gets there too much, then what can happen? I mean, it can't perform. Like, you have to understand how homogenous this market is despite support resistance. It happens, man. So it got very, very close, did it not? It did. So anyway, gold's trying to give us that higher low that we so covet. We need, man. And it is on the cusp of breaking the supply line that was created August 6th and January 5th, August 6th of last year. And once it breaks, man, again, it's not certain, but it seems the probability is high based on historical price action, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, that it would go straight up. So to whoever just brought that up about Ethereum, not yet, Jackie, do you understand? It's not certain, but it's very probable that gold would go up to $1,900 again if it breaks this supply line, based on historical price action correlation to trend lines. That's what TA is. Do you get that? Not certain, but probable. Okay. Just making sure. Yeah, silver too is just great technically. I mean, really nice. So that's pretty much your next target if gold holds here. At 1800 it goes to 1900. Yep, still, I mean, it's looking okay, but dude, it's like, you got to get back above $26. It's so real. It's such a real support resistance here. You have to. And it's just flirting with it too much, man. But I think, like, silver and gold are pretty correlated in their price action, so I think that, gold sees 1900. I think silver could make its run back above 26 and run up. What's up, chimichurri pork chops? Wow. What a name. Oh, NAT, dude. Yeah.
Chimichurri pork chops tip $39.96. NAT, please.
We'll look at Nordic
0.30657214 LTC.
Nordic American Tankers or whatever. We'll look at it. Yeah. High dividend paying stock for reasons, right? Because it has been stuck, man. I mean, still above like the entry, but dude, almost not better than cash, the way it's just been not performing. So yeah, we'll look at it. And it's been sliding too, with energy pulling back, right? Energy sector hitting that critical $75 area, or at least oil. And you figured after such a monstrous run, a pullback would be in store at those levels, as they often do, based on historical price action at that level. That's all it is. So, all right, silver still poised for greatness. Yeah, if it can just hang above this 200-day moving average, get back above 26 and change, and then you'd probably be seeing 29.92 quick again. And if I'm seeing if silver sees that, then gold's seeing 1900. Right, that's it. Okay. Why don't I have the daily divergence plotted? I mean, it's there. It definitely, in ways, is there. It's begun to play out, right? I mean, you're just talking about
this. Is that a joint? Is cannabis legal in your state, Mitch? Much love to you and everything you do.
No, Gabriel. Thanks for the 420, dude.
Is that a joint?
No. That's okay, dude. That's okay. I get to have my guns. Pretty much. It's a good trade-off.
I hope you're doing well, Mitch. I would love to get your opinion on AGTC, a stock, double bottom around $3.53, followed by some possible zapped stuff, maybe a Bartley.
Yeah, I mean, I vividly remember AGTC. It's like near a support level. We'll look at it. Yep. So yeah, Class C, hidden bullish divergence on silver's RSI. Class A, hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Sure. Yep. And then yeah, going back to gold just for a second. Yeah, it is showing that. It's real. I mean, it's like you have a low here, or a low, and then you have the higher low, and then you do have much higher levels of negative momentum. So impending price action continuation implied on the daily on gold at a very critical level, and it's potential inverse head and shoulder. It's beautiful, man. It's literally amazing. Hold on. Trying to get these levels good. Yeah, so I mean it's playing out though, right? I mean 1763 to 1800 right now, but again, you're at a critical level. You've got to break it. It looks like you're trying to, pretty hard. Okay, so real quick, let's just look at Amazon. That hit an all-time high today. Hit the 1272 fib extension officially. From, remember that 1272 from your anchoring from your highest point to your lowest point of the range you were in for literally a year. You broke out, hit that 1272 fib extension in 3 days. That's pretty spectacular,
Any
man.
chance that alts will pump one by one? After Sandbox, I think ICP will continue pumping to 150 Us. What this coin needs to do be like Sandbox, break 50 ml on 1 hour.
Dude, I don't know about that. That thing has only made lower highs, lower lows forever. Wasn't it like, I thought it was a scam coin, dude. Yeah, good luck to anything crypto while Bitcoin's being terrible. I mean, even like the best ones like Hex and Cream, the ones that are kind of not tied to it completely based on their price action lately. But yeah, I don't know, man. Tevit off-brand, ICP, I don't know, dude. I don't even know what Sandbox is. Is that, I thought that was a stock they were asking about. We'll look at it. I'm trying to just drink this coffee, man. Okay, it's Thursday. Almost at the end of the week. What a week, historical week for Amazon. Next target would be 38.36, and then your golden mean ratio, 39.74, and then your 100% measured move of the range rectangle breakout would be $4,200 on the dot. Okay, beautiful. Oh, and just something I brought up to patrons today, Biogen. Beautiful, dude. We talked about it yesterday on stream, I believe. Hidden bullish divergence. Look at the fall through price action you're receiving off of the, look, man, the old resistance. It was once a supply line, manufactured April 2015, July 2018. Look how many times. January 2020, November 2020, and then the cure for, or the treatment for Alzheimer's. News broke, FDA approval, and it hit a 1272 fib extension, and it hit that all-time high and reversed. And where did it reverse? All the way back down to the old supply line, and is now regarded it as a demand line. Even sprung and back tested it. Yet a break, hook, and go confirmation yesterday, and the fall through is beautiful. And so the gap has filled. That was literally, well, you're very close to gap fill. Arguable that it did or didn't. 370.92. I think the target's probably 434 to 442 again on BIIB, Biogen, man. And top performer. Beautiful. And then, we gotta look at Tesla, because Tesla was also one of the top gainers today. It's only one of the top gainers, losers. Look at this 200-day moving average. Whoa, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we have something. A Japanese candlestick reversal. What do we call it? What do we call it, chat? This is a quiz, I guess. See if you're even awake, or you're learning or retaining this information that's taught here. We got a couple answers coming in, man. Yep, most of y'all are right. It is, in fact, a piercing line reversal. Yes, a piercing line. Where you have, it's two Japanese candles. One, you have a red candle after sell-off, and then you open lower than your previous close on the second candle, and then you pierce through at least 50% of the way from the previous candle. This, and it's happening at the 200-day moving average, which is really interesting. And that would imply a continuation, it's a continuation of the new wave we're in, but I'm saying it is a shorter term reversal from it being going down, right? It's like you filled gaps, like you filled a gap today, from June 22nd. And a couple days ago, you filled the gap from June 23rd. So gaps filled, so maybe now Tesla could resume its little wave up to 717, which is some sort of support resistance from March 9th, March 2nd of this year. It's not too much of anything. So, yep, that's great for Tesla, continuing to rise. 1.27%. So there just weren't many gainers. Only 17 assets in the green on the S&P 500. So that's not a very great day. And we can just look at that. We can look at the S&P 500 and see that it did gap down. Kind of a nothing burger candle. I mean, it's kind of a just a doji, right? Indecision candle. But gone as low as 42.90 before rallying to close the day out 43.20, well off the session lows. And there's really on the daily no bearish divergence going on right now. Just got a little overbought and it's pulling back. And now there's a gap to be filled to the upside. Right, there's a gap at like 43.50 and change. So that will probably fill. But look where it reversed. Look where the gap down occurred from your previous high to low. The 1.618, the golden mean ratio. That's a lot of times where reversals can occur, especially when you're in price discovery, when there's nothing else there but Fibonacci. So there you go. That's it, man. That's your S&P. Your Dow Jones not doing too well. False breakout, right? We got thrusted that supply line and you're back in it now. Maybe there's a little bit of bearish divergence in the RSI, you know, from one high to almost the same high with lower levels relative strength. Couldn't hold in 60, right? You're regarding 60, that bullish control zone, as a resistance, failing twice now. That's not very good. So you gotta wonder, is this triple topping, double topping, whatever? You stay below the supply line long enough, I think you'll probably head on back down to 33,700 and change. And man, you know how the Dow Jones is comprised, what, of a lot of financials. I'm also scanning and I'm seeing these financials are nuts. They've gone insane. They're nuclear, but a lot of them are at very critical levels of resistance, overextended bearish divergence on weekly time scales. So could get a pretty real pullback in the coming weeks, couple months, at least in that sector. That's it, man. Dow Jones, Russell 2000. Let's look at it. I mean, you couldn't do it. You could not break the steel wall of resistance, could you? And now you've had your lowest candle close since May 25th. And so you think, hey, that partial decline did not play out. You confirmed it. What we were talking about the Russell 2000 a few days ago, what was this reversal? The shooting star bearish reversal candle, and it happened at an inflection point, right? I mean, and then a bearish engulfing candle on July 2nd, and you're getting tremendous follow through price action. So let's see if it can somehow find a way to make a higher low from May 12th low for 2136. If not, see it down at the bottom of the range around 2070, 2085. There you go. There it is, man. There's no edge. No edge right now. There was pretty much technically bearish divergence on the second top to boot. Go. NASDAQ Composite, just looking at it. It also gapped down, but had a very, very strong close in terms of just from where it opened. You know, it was at 14,408, and then rallied and got its high intraday 14,614, but then just closed at 14,559. Still a gap to fill around. It's at 14,673. Where did it reverse from the highest point to the lowest point, right at that 1272 fib extension. And you could have argued that that was a hanging man bearish reversal pattern on the daily that ushered in a reversal. So let's see what happens. You know, who knows? Money printer goes burr on this. It could just keep going. It's stupid, right? It's just really dumb. I mean, yeah, you could even plot like some sort of little trend line right there. You know, as a holding, maybe, dude. But definitely could start saying a little bit of MACD bearish divergence from one high to the higher high, lower levels, positive Momo. So I think a back test of 14,176 would make plenty of sense. It hasn't occurred yet, but definitely could in time. All right, market participants love confirming the validity of old resistances as support. And sometimes you test and there's not enough demand to prop it up, and then it falls below, and then it was a false breakout to begin with. So inverse hype. The hype was here, it came like a summer storm, and then it was gone. Okay. We look at the QQQ, same thing, same picture, kind of. Not, I mean, just as bad, but oh, it's almost identical to the NASDAQ composite, right? This is just the NASDAQ 100. So maybe a hanging man. Hanging man reversal. Did a gap fill? It looks like a gap kind of filled from July 1st today. But now there's a gap above you, 361. So this thing just keeps going, man. It's a rising wedge breakout to the upside. You'd think maybe a back test at 349 would happen. Normally does. Breakouts normally back test. That's it. Oh, I gotta show you one thing, man, that I found this amazing. Okay, IBM. Dude, look how important this is, all right? If you're in on IBM with me and other people, right? We've been in since the back test of the spring, back in late January. You're watching here, like, very closely. Does anyone know what the significance is of 138, 139 on IBM? Someone want to tell me? Anyone know? 4.69% dividend. Let's go. Close, Dalton. Very close. Yeah, Joe gets it. Yeah, that's right. It's a 1999 support resistance. Let's go to the weekly real quick so you can see it. Sweet mother of God. We got 21 hours. Maybe we get a bullish pin bar to hold. You want to see what it is? There it is, 1999 Y2K. It's a big deal, man. It's a huge deal. I think it holds this. If it does hold this, this is where it goes eventually to 182, 215. But I also think it was like a weekly X, A, B, C, D, some sort of bearish bat pattern that is reacting. So, I mean, and it's also great. The daily was a supply line that goes back multiple years, all the way back up to 2013 and 2017. Yep, thrusted, failed, and you're just reacting to different support resistances that exist. I think that's really cool. Let's see if we can hold the door today, or just at least for the tomorrow, close the week out. That'd be nice. Okay, that was IBM. That was cool. I mean, Target hit all-time highs today again, dude. This thing's a god stock, man. I'm so happy. I still look at this, man. It is dumb. All right. It was in a really nice uptrend, and then COVID happened, and then it hit the demand line, right? The demand line of the uptrend, and at the same time, it hit the support resistance from 2018. Like X marks the spot, divergence on the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, and then it was gone, and then it's up 200% roughly from that low point, from this area. So just unbelievable to see this asset continue to just go parabolic, man. It's almost like tech stock, right? Okay, so I guess we can get to request now. I'll do it again. It's like, oof. The daily stream thing. Oh my god, it actually is a crypto. The Sandbox. Wow. Had only been making lower highs, lower lows its whole lifespan. Alright, here's your Sandbox, dude. Yeah, broke the supply line. Not much data at all. Look, you broke the supply line, and now you might be up thrusting and falling back into this nasty downtrend it's been in. This is the life cycle of the asset. I mean, it's literally just like this. Get your parallel channel tool. That's it, man. that is the life of Sandbox. That could be backtesting, but again, also, could also be screwed. Probably depends on Bitcoin. What did it do? It hit this that support from April 7th. It tested it and failed to break that, and you got to get above that eventually. You haven't really made higher highs, and you have certainly not ever made a real discernible higher low. You've made some minor higher lows on the way up. This is like one wave. I'm talking about you sell off, and eventually you need to make a higher low than the lowest low from June 22nd, right? You need to come down and test this little area here, Around 23, 25 cents. You hold that, and then you run again. That's probably, so it's, you can kind of also see, without the down sloping structure, you have high risk up here, right? Inflection points where major reversals occur one way or another. We're talking about here and here, and then we're talking about here and here. So if you wanted to take a long, if we want to take a long, 25 cents might be the area to be paying attention to Sandbox, because it's just at the top of a zone, and that's high risk. Okay, that's it, man. Oh, wow, dude. That's crazy, man. Give me a sec. The heck, why can't I save that? That's so weird. Oh, I get it. That was weird. Don't worry, mods, I'm working. Let's see what else is being said. Should help a little bit. I think. Sometimes it doesn't. Thanks for the 629 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bell, sub, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Nothing matters anymore. Let's look at that request. The Sandbox, you requested this, so I mean, maybe it holds the supply line as a demand line now. At the same time, it's certainly not a low risk play for a long. Nope. Sorry, dude. It's just not. Plus, you're in a trend, a macro trend that's just not very great right now. Pretty uncertain. Oh, yeah. Smitty requested QS during the day. He tipped me at like lunchtime, and he asked me about this one. So I'm going to this real quick. And look at this. You know, QS is sitting at a very critical support resistance from September of last year. It's been here before, hasn't it? It's almost like a cipher. May 25th, it was here. You're back at it. Yeah, it's a nice falling wedge of some sort, possibly. But dude, if you don't hold this, I mean, you're going to a minimum 1944, and that's kind of just being nice. That's like kind of there as a support. This is it, dude. I mean, this is kind of it. I mean, what's the hopium, you know, at this level? Was you're staring into the abyss. It's way too deep on B, almost too perfect on, it is too perfect on C, right? So it might be an M-shaped formation reversal, but it's certainly no formal one that you could look up in a textbook and it be valid. So you're just maybe M-shaping at an extremely important level, or if this doesn't hold, you can kiss it goodbye, man. Yeah, you're at an 88% retrace too, which is just really weak, man. Right? You're confirming a top, you're confirming a lower high after making lower highs, and you're just hugging a very critical support where if you don't hold it, you're going down to much lower levels where I'm telling you maybe probably 1944. So there's still downside here. So, I mean, like, you know, Smitty, man, I'm trying to be optimistic, but dang, dude, that's like confirmation high on a daily time scale talking about that just happened in late June. Yeah, man, can you even believe it? It's like from your low to the high up there, 88%, you're at the 88%, you're just not able to do anything. You're not catching many bids, if any, at all right now. So that was it, dude. Sorry. I wish I had better news, Smitty, man. Okay. Yep, NAT, which was so good, is now very weak, very weak, and on the cusp of devastation. I think if NAT doesn't hold this $3 mark, could be in a lot of trouble, man. Right? It was looking real good. You know, the supply line was broken. You even back tested it. You back tested $3 to support not once but twice. It began to rally. Not enough demand to catch this to push it to 446. It couldn't even break its newer local developed resistance from February 17th and March 31st. Just did it again. So now it's almost like head and shoulders. It's ugly, man. It's a lower high. It's now, if again, $3. I don't think you want to be messing with NAT below $3. Now it is oversold for sure. Most oversold this asset's been since October of last year on the daily. And so maybe you catch some relief at $3, but this is kind of it, man. I don't know if you want to be going lower than $3 just based on history of that area. So you don't hold $3, minimum 275 minimum. And then, you know, the worst case, talking like 232 to 184. So it's just, yeah, really struggling, man. Even though it's still making higher lows, kind of, not really locally anymore. It's making the same low it made February 25th, the same low it made April 13th. So it's just not looking as good as it was. It's just not enough bids coming in. It's rough, dude. All right, next request. Sorry, chimichurri pork chops. Pork chops. Thank you, dude. I don't know what that means, but okay, yeah, AGTC. One I've been, I think it's on my watch list. And it's just such. You can talk about Chop City here. Why don't you look at this chart? I mean, there are so many areas where this asset has reversed. So many. I mean, you're kind of at one right now, like where you've seen it. It's exactly where big rallies have occurred, getting above the level. You know, if you do hold this level, which you're not, I mean, you're at 2 cents. You did bullishly engulf today, bullish Marabazoo almost. You know, if you could stay above 390, I mean, you would think it could go to 482 as it's done before. At the same time, it's not. It's also gone up there and failed. So I'll tell you this: not holding 390. You could find yourself at 324. So, but what was it that was so incentivizing to you about AGTC? Double bottom around 353, followed by some possible XABCD stuff, maybe at Barley. Dude, it's such a small pattern. Look at the 4 hour, I guess. Yeah, 4 hour, maybe you're right. Yeah, 4 hour, maybe it's Cypher, yeah. No divergence at all. Like nothing really good looking on the oscillators. And if anything, it would just be a reaction, wouldn't it? He's talking about maybe this. Maybe a Cypher bat. It's literally a shark pattern. It's a textbook bullish shark. Meets all the criteria for the shark. Right, the higher high on C. 1414 fib extension confluent with the 886. Which, you know, it didn't quite get. It was like, you know, 84% retrace. Pretty good. Maybe you're getting that reaction and you're holding above 390. If you can make a double bottom and then a higher low, and then you get back above the critical inflection point, yeah, I think the upside could take you to 482. And if not, at least this A point, this 440 area right here. Like that's the upside. So if it does hold above 392 and doesn't just dump to 324, your upside, minimum upside is like 12.53% on AGTC on the 4 hour, not the daily. It's not really much going on the daily, man. So yeah, man, that's it, dude. That's AGTC. So. Yeah, so I think that was it. That was it. I mean, really. I don't know how anyone could ever be like bullish on ICP. I mean, you have to be literally delusional. You're not. You're just like, you must have bought in really high and you're just losing or something. I don't know what the deal is, but dude, you could never be bullish on this asset. This is one of the worst assets I've ever seen in crypto. Like, at least during the cycle. Not the ICP is like the worst crypto that exists technically, based on charts, lower highs, lower lows. So. That's it, dude. Great. One thing I forgot to bring up was the US dollar. That has been looking really good lately. I mean, it still does look awesome in the weekly and daily and stuff, but the 4 hour, it looks like Ethereum did before Ethereum broke down. It's like showing a textbook, beautiful rising wedge pattern, 5 touches. Triple MACD, triple RSI, bearish divergence, impending price action reversal implied on the DXY. Could be good. I mean, you think that's gonna be probably good for gold and silver, at least for the short term, even though the US dollar is above that 91.50 to 91.92 area. So let's see if the TA is respected. Oh, bearish engulfing candle closing in 1 minute 25 seconds. Yes, bearish engulfing. It's not a very big one, but it's real. It's a real thing. And guess what else is going on? The asset from its previous high to low is at a 78% retrace, so deep value perceived areas for shorts. Yep. And what? Very real, undeniable, hidden bearish divergence, where you make a high on price and then a lower high on price with much higher levels. A positive momentum. That is hidden bearish divergence. Pending price action, continuation downside on the daily, lined up with classic bearish divergence on the 4 hour with a rising wedge, add a deep retrace. That's a very strong combination of variables. It's like, how can you take advantage of that? You just look at the euro. Look at the euro, the US dollar. It's almost like, it's kind of a little off, but 786. I mean, cipher right here. I mean, that's it, dude. I mean, it's a bullish engulfing candle occurring on the daily, or it has occurred on the daily. There's no edge, really, not really. Okay, the euro. But you look at the 4 hour. What's going on in the 4 hour? 4 hour at the 78% retrace. You have a falling wedge pattern. What? Falling wedge with some bullish divergence. Okay, so that's maybe if you wanted to play the US dollar having that short-term reversal to the downside, maybe the euro is exactly where 1618 with the 786 with the divergence, and that's the upside right there. Okay, so dude, Bradley, I don't even know, man. It's all good, dude. I'm telling you, it's just getting tougher and tougher. It really is. Okay, so I'm gonna just I don't know. I scanned a lot of stuff today, but yeah. I think y'all are good, man. I think y'all are good. I guess one thing we could look at before I go is yeah, dude, just something like Morgan Stanley. I was really paying attention to this one, dude. This is like, there's a couple gaps. There's a gap above you, but this is a bearish 3 drives pattern, okay? Pretty textbook. It's the 1618 fib extension, 1618 fib extension on the last 2. This is very real. The downside would take you to $77. Where is this? Where's the third peak of this 3 drives pattern occurring? Go back all the way to the year 2000, September of 2000. So that, the downside could take you to the 618, right? From the low point of the pattern to the top, the 618 is your common profit taking level. That happens to line up perfectly with your 2007 high. Pretty amazing. That's probably where you're headed. If the TA is respected, this thing has been going and going and going nonstop. It might be time to reverse for just some sort of pullback. Okay. So man. So yeah, financials not looking. I mean, they're so good. They're just, it's time maybe for a pullback at critical levels. Yeah. All right, dude. Whatever. Thanks for likes, support, contributions, everything in between. We'll be back. Till next time. Respect the TA.